Okay, so good day everyone. Our topic for today is about finding answers through data collections. So, most research design techniques has advantages and limitations. So, perhaps the most interesting and challenging of this is the method of observation and interview. So, finding answers to your questions is possible through this theoretical based data collection method. Obtaining data through these methods requires you to perform necessary skills or strategies and to follow the right procedures. So, the observation method. That is lesson 1 under module 6. So, the observation involves the use of our sensory systems, including eyes and ears, to record behavior. These measures are the basic data used to describe naturally occurring behavior or to assess the effects of our independent research variable. Therefore, they must be gathered with care. No? Observations such as this, because judgment that behavior has or has not occurred, are inherently more subjective than other data collection procedures. Because judgment are based on our perceptions, the same event occurring in the environment will be perceived differently by different people, as stated by Lammers and Badia. Okay, so earlier, no, based on our module 5, no, uh, it provide actual collection of data in a qualitative research. So such research involved different choices of techniques and was dependent on actual needs of your research. So you also tend to understood why qualitative research design, sampling, and data analysis are sometimes inconsistent or opposing research findings because of each methodology. So how research is designed and carried out. So this will be the steps and process of observing. So using the baseline information gathered, focus on rectifying any misconceptions regarding observation as a purposeful data gathering tool. So one way to do this is to outline the characteristics in the steps of an effective observation protocol through facilitated discussion. So step 1, select the research site. Okay? So this refers to the site where you can best understand your central phenomenon or topic being studied. Gaining access through letter of consent is a prerequisite first step that a researcher must do. Of course, we need to ask permission with our target client or our target companies. Number 2, develop observational protocol. So, the observation protocol is a method used for recording observation notes. It includes both descriptive or those about what happened and reflective or learning based on what have been observed. Number 3, focus the observation. So, before writing any notes, think of what catches your attention, and there will be a lot in the site, but focus your observation only on what will help you understand your research question. Number 4, determine your role. What will be or what will you be as a researcher? So, will you be a participant observer or non-participant observer? Don't forget to record field notes because using the observation protocol, record what you observe using your 5 senses. The observation should be arranged chronologically or in order. So it must be chronologically recorded. Slow withdraw. After observation or slowly withdraw. Slowly withdraw by thanking the participants of their time. So, of course, as a Filipino, no, we are always give respect, and of course, we are so thankful for them since we entertain us during the observation. So, this will be a sample observation protocol. So, we have a descriptive notes and a reflective notes. So, in general, so what are experiences of grade students as the study basic calculus? For example, so, and this will be the process, no? The descriptive notes. So, start of observation, 7 a.m. for example. Then, the class started on time, but some students arrived late. So, there are more than 50 students and so on and so forth. Okay? So, lesson 2 of module number 6, okay, cover the interview method. So, interviewing is one method by which qualitative data can be gathered. So, although it may be less formal than quantitative, it is important to design a systematic interview technique as well as carefully validated data. So, here is some steps in conducting an interview. So, stated by Denson, Bernard, and Robin. Okay? So, step 1, getting to know each other. So, it is very important for us to know or to start from the time he interviewer, and your respondent see each other at the place of interview. That is, if this is a traditional interview, naturally seeing each other for the first time, your tendency would be to talk with each other to establish friendship and a relaxed mode for both of you. Number 2, having an idea of the research. So the second step requires you to tell the respondents or the participants of the study about the nature of the interview. What will be the purpose of your research? Why is it important? What are the scope? And so on. Then telling them of these salient features of the activity enables them to anticipate not only the kind of questions they will get to face, but also the appropriate answers they will give. Starting the interview. So you open this step with a question to encourage the participants of the study to talk about himself or herself, including his or her age, family, current activities, and other things you think appear special or interesting to him or her. Follow these self-introduction questions, and the participants of the study answers do not only help you to get some clues or on his or her ways to technique of responding to the interview, but also give you hints on the right ways to ask your subjects the questions that will elicit the right data for your research. Conducting the interview proper. Interview questions in this step are on the interviewees. Open and extensive talking of things related to the research theme or research question and on those anticipated by him or her or emanating from his or her explanation, description, narration of things, and open or unstructured question asked in the step of the interview aimed at investigating the questions. Putting an end to the interview. Signs of the approaching end of the interview work to alert the respondents in winding up with his or her talking. These steps also remind you of your responsibility to let the respondent be free in airing whatever doubts or questions he or she has about the research design, method, interview time, and other aspect of the interview. Pondering over interview afterthoughts. And this will be the last step, of course, of your interview. Gives the respondents the opportunity to ask questions about the interview activity and let him or her have an idea about what will happen next to the interview results. Okay, so this will be the parts of an interview protocol by Creswell 2007. So the basic information about the interview, it includes the time and date of the interview, where the interview takes place, and who the participants to be interviewed are. Introduction, so this provides instruction to the interviewer which will serve as guide in conducting the session. Opening question, this is about getting to know participants so they will feel at ease. The content question, these are sub-questions based on the central phenomenon being studied. And of course, the closing instruction. Don't forget to say thank you to your interviewee for his or her time. And this will be the references for Quarter 2, Module 6. And once again, thank you very much to Department of Education, Philippines for the content. Thank you everyone. Good luck. Godspeed.